everyone, we're back, and we have a very entertaining roll today as the professor, Brock Larson, is going up against a newcomer to the channel, Adam. Adam is typically a very hard roll for people at this gym, so you're going to get to see Brock use a little bit more of his energy and unleash some of his power. And right before this roll, that guy in the background, Jimmy, was rolling with Adam, and Brock has some advice for Jimmy, and I'm going to let him commentate the round for just a little bit here.
You're noticing I'm not giving him an underhook, Jimmy. Now look at Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. I got an underhook, Jimmy. Look at my hips, Jimmy. Look at my hips, Jimmy. They're moving all over the place. Oh, I got 2 underhooks, Jimmy.
Safe to say that Brock is a big fan of underhooks, and you should be too, because underhooks are extremely powerful and allows you to move your opponent as much as you want. Brock used them to get towards the shoulder clamp. With the shoulder clamp, he's going to hit him with a quick sumigaeshi sweep to go right into mount, and he's going to start applying a ton of pressure onto Adam. Brock also lands with his arms completely spaced out, so he's being kind of nice to Adam, but at the same time, because Adam is a much larger opponent, even larger than Brock can apply a lot more of his weight in this roll. He has very heavy hips to use against Adam here, and he's doing a nice pinch every time Adam tries to turn towards the side. Now, due to the pressure that Brock is putting on Adam, he can't shrimp, but he can go to turtle, and Brock's doing a nice job having an even distribution across Adam's back. You want to have an equal amount of pressure so you don't get rolled, but you also have enough pressure that they can't move. Then Brock wants to commentate some more.
Thank you!
Now, Brock was able to tap out Adam with his master bait. He dangled his foot in front of Adam, Adam grabbed it, then he applied a little bit of hip pressure to get the tap with a nice straight arm lock. Now, following that great submission by Brock, let's do my question of the day. And my question is, what has been your biggest jiu-jitsu challenge so far? Whether it be some moves you can't do, finding a gym, getting promoted, etc., let me know in the comments below and I'll try and respond back to you so I can hopefully help you out. Now, going into the second round, Brock must be feeling pretty generous because he gave Adam side control, and with an opponent that large on top of you, it's not always fun to be underneath this type of guy. I'm sure it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows here on out for Adam, but Brock might have something else to say about that. Even though Adam is in side control, it looks like Brock is controlling him because Adam can't do anything to him, and Adam is a much larger opponent. Imagine what I try and do when I'm rolling with Brock. Brock's going to quickly go towards turtle, and he's going to roll right into guard, getting rid of any advantage that Adam earlier had. Notice when Brock is on his back, he's immediately fishing for underhooks once again. It's the same scenario we saw earlier. He acquired 2 underhooks, but instead of going for the sumigaeshi, he works up to his side and he gets behind Adam. Now Adam has to deal with this beast on top of him, and hopefully he's not going to get baited by the same attack as before. Brock is deciding to hook the ankle, and by hooking the ankle, you can extend their leg if you want to chase their back or set up a submission. And Brock is looking for a submission as Adam turns into him. If you can keep control on their back of their neck, you can easily hit a guillotine. Unfortunately, Brock is going to lose the position, but he's going to make sure to hit Adam with another sweep so he doesn't lose everything altogether. He hits a nice sweep to get right into mount, and he's applying a lot of pressure with his left knee onto Adam's stomach. If you don't have good control on top, it's probably because you're not pinching your hips enough. The more you can pinch your hips together, the harder they're going to have to work to escape bad positions, and by doing this, you're going to quickly fatigue your opponent. And when your opponent is exhausted from all your pressure, of course, more submissions are going to open up. Moral of the story, go crush some watermelons with your hips and work on your hip abductors. If you're wondering why Adam doesn't try and shrimp towards guard, for larger people, it's generally easier to go towards turtle. From turtle, then you want to try and turn and hit guard during the transition. Unfortunately, when you have a much more skilled opponent that you're going with, it's not going to be easy to hit that guard transition. Brock is trying to bait Adam with the same technique as earlier by tapping his foot. Adam has learned his lesson. He's not going to grab the leg. Instead, he's going to learn a different lesson, the difference between jiu-jitsu pressure and wrestling pressure. Wrestlers love to put their opponents on their stomach, and the reason is because you can't do anything off of your belly. When you're on your back, you have guard, you have a bunch of attacks. It's not the same story when you're stuck on your stomach, your arms are trapped underneath you. Right now, Adam is at Brock's mercy until Brock wants to move around, maybe set up a submission or go to a different position. The bad part about turtle is when you can't transition properly out of it, because they're always going to be one step ahead of you as they've already passed your legs. Adam is trying to work towards his side, but Brock quickly moved into side control and he's starting to put on a lot of pressure with that bonus head going under the neck. If you have watched any of my previous videos featuring Brock, he absolutely loves this position. It's known as the bonus head, where you can go under their neck similar to the crossface but over their arm. From here you can compress everything together and you get a nice tap. If somebody as large as Adam can't escape the position, there is no way that I can escape from it when Brock is on top of me. Now, if you've appreciated the video so far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We don't typically see Brock do a ton of motion in his rolls, we just see a lot of dominance. In this round, you get to see both. And if you want to see more rounds from him or other people at my gym, by subscribing to the channel, you'll get to see them all the time. Brock once again is giving Adam side control, and when you're on top of Brock, you can't easily pull him down. However, if you want to try and pin him, Adam should try and circle towards the head. Then he can put his chest pressure against Brock, and you'll have to be on the opposite side of side control, but at least Brock won't be moving. If you haven't learned from Brock yet that underhooks are king, this should be a prime example of it. He was underneath Adam in side control, he used an underhook to scoot out from the back, and then he landed it in a chin drop. And those motions were only possible because he knew jiu-jitsu, of course, and because of the underhook. Some moves in jiu-jitsu are just plain painful, and this is one of them. The chin drop feels horrendous on your neck. The nice part is that this is just training, so you can escape the submission really easily by tapping out. That makes it submission number 3 for Brock in this round, and he really has been putting a beating on poor Adam. Generally, Adam gives people a really hard time at the gym, not so much the case when you're rolling with the professor. Now this is bringing us towards the end of the video, so if you appreciate the video and you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help me out and it boosts me in the algorithm. Thank you all, and I appreciate all my viewers and patrons. But before you go, if you want to look extremely stylish doing jiu-jitsu or other sports, then make sure to check out xmartial.com from my link in the description below, so you can get awesome gear like I have, and you can use promotion code Tyler10 to save extra money.